Do you think it's right that someone is paid more to play a sport than someone who puts their life on the line, saves lives, or educates people throughout life? Professional sports are a major market throughout the world, but my focus here will be within the United States and how I believe athletes are overpaid. Here's a scenario for you. You go put in a ton of money for at least 4 years of school, get a good job, or you bust your butt every day to protect this country, and here comes a kid right out of high school or very little college, and he or she can play a sport and entertain people, so they are instantly about to make more money than you could imagine having. Well, this doesn't really affect me too much. It bothers me enough because people out there working hard every day trying to educate people, save people's lives, protect this country, and they'll never make the money that they deserve. The average pay for a classroom teacher in the United States is $38,000 a year. At this rate, it would take a little more than 27 years to make $1 million, which is less than half of what a pro basketball player makes on average. The average pay for a firefighter in the United States is around $40,000 a year. Starting salary for police officers in the United States is around $29,000 a year. A majority of doctors and surgeons make $145,000 a year. That's a little more, but still not as much. The average salary of an NBA player is $5.15 million. The average salary of a Major League Baseball player is $3.2 million. An NFL football player makes an average of $1.9 million. This information came from careerprofiles.com, the Huffington Post, and Cambridge University Press. Do athletes really deserve more money than these other professions? Now I will provide you guys some quotes and opinions from some writers. Bleacher Report's senior analyst, Mahir Bhagat, stated in an article, "Professional athletes are making too much money in a society where salaries and wages are traditionally based on the value of one's work. In today's society, one should be paid according to jobs' economic importance and their value to society." James Hayes, a writer for a magazine in Kansas, had this to say of the topic. "Professional athletes are extremely overpaid for the jobs that they do. They only entertain for a living and get paid millions of dollars, in some cases to do so. These athletes are paid for jobs that they only do for a certain number of games and do not even play the games over the course of an entire year. In most professional sports, they play in games for only a few months and then have a few months off. They do practice every day, but is that worth millions of dollars?" Moving along from these two writers' opinions, I would like to share with you a couple athlete stories, one that I agree with and one that is ridiculous. The ridiculous story comes from Ty Law, who is a former NFL player. In 2005, he held himself out of training camp because he wanted more than $7 million guaranteed this season because he claimed that he had to eat and feed his family. Now, what I agree with is when NFL quarterback Drew Brees was asked about being overpaid. He said, "Yes, we probably do. Unless you're finding a cure for cancer, creating world peace, I don't know if anybody deserves to get that much money. That's the industry that we're in. You could probably say the same for actors, actresses, and entertainers. We're in the entertainment industry. And business is business, and there is a market. The market establishes what you get paid." Now you know the salaries of different occupations and what they make. You've heard writers' opinions, players' opinions, and you know my opinion. While some might have already agreed with my opinion that athletes are overpaid, I hope this speech strengthened that opinion for you. Or if you did not agree with me at first, I hope you agree now.